Hello and welcome back to the Confidently You podcast. I'm Helen, your host, and I hope you are doing fantastic. I hope everyone had a wonderful festive period. It's all done now though, it's in the past, isn't it? It's one of those things that you just like, absolutely, let's just forget about it. It's happened, it's done, let's move on. Are you someone that takes down your decorations on Boxing Day? Are you that person? I'll let you into a little secret. I didn't have any Christmas decorations this year. I know I was away. I've been in Australia, but I didn't have any decorations at home or anything. Obviously, they had decorations in Australia, very traditional. You'd think going to Australia in hot Christmas, you'd have barbecues and no tree, but my sister-in-law's American and my brother's obviously British, and they still have quite a traditional Christmas. We still had like a full dinner on Christmas Day, which I still don't know if I was convinced about. It was very good, but for me it'd have definitely been barbecuing on the beach, but it wasn't as warm Christmas Day as other days, so I digress. It was actually really good. I've had the best trip ever. If you don't know me very well, hello, welcome. I love an overshare, but I lived in Australia for 2 years, and in between then, since then, I've visited 3 times now. Obviously my brother lives there, sister-in-law, niece and nephew, and it's the chance to catch up with them and just see my family. Oh, and we just had some really good times. It was the best trip I've ever had there. I don't know whether it was me, obviously Martin being with me, but he's been there with me before. It was just the best trip. I can't even tell you. And one of my clients said, gosh, that's gone fast. And I reflected and felt like it hasn't. I feel like I sucked every second of joy out of that trip. Yes, it wasn't all sunshine and roses. Of course, we're a family. My mum and dad were there as well, and we have great times. And we also, we're normal. We have arguments and not so great times. But I'd say 90% was 10 out of 10. And it's just the best. I've just had the best trip. And I've come back revived. It's the first time in 2 years that I've actually taken a proper break from work. All I did was my clients' check-ins and updates with my clients. And without the distraction of social media, my life improved vastly, and it's brought something to attention for me and something I'm working on this year. And I've already started doing 6 days in. My intention for this year is less social media consumption, less mindless like distraction and doom scroll. And no matter how positive your algorithm is, there's so much negativity online, and I just don't need to see it. I just don't need to see it. If the world's burning, I can either see it outside my window or someone will tell me. And that actually came into play yesterday when some of the girls that I used to know, my best mate as well, and one of the girls that actually still works with me, I do programs for her, messaged me saying someone had put something on a forum about one of my old websites and there was something wrong with it or something. Anyway, I sorted it. But I didn't need to be online to see that on social media, because they told me. So there you go. So I'm just being more attentive with it. And I will get on to this week's episode, by the way. This is just a catch up with me. First, I hope you're enjoying it. Just a little chat. But I've got an app. I'm using an app. There are different things you can use. There's a thing called a brick you can get, which actively stops you going on. Because with some of you, going onto an app and stopping the apps that distract you, you might not be able to do that, because I can just go now and unblock them all. But I'm so good with stuff like this. It's something in me. If someone used to say to me, I've got really strong willpower, but once I said I'm doing something, I will do it. And because I've seen such a positive impact on my mood, my energy, I had these massive eye bags under my eyes from like October. And I sleep well, I eat well, you all know, I train, I do my nutrition spot on. Like, I am annoying. I'm that annoying person. I know I'm a coach and I should do it right, but I do everything right. And I was like, why do I feel so drained and not rested and just like, just drained? And I didn't realise till I went away it was the negative effect of too much social media having on me, which is crazy. Got a bit obsessed with politics and stuff like that, but I'm just like, no more. Why? There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do. You can be a good person, you can live by your values, and that is it. So yeah, I've got rid of it all. I'm still posting on there, but I won't be on there constantly just scrolling or looking at crap. Just filling my mind with crap. So if you struggle with something like that, and you find yourself on social media too much, use an app or get a brick. The app I use is called, just get it up, Focus with a Q. And obviously if you're listening to this you won't be able to see, but you can see this is the app, and you just go on and you can block off. And like today, I've got day focus, and I've just got that on. I put from 6 o'clock in the evening off my social media, because I've found, especially while Martin's been away, he's still away by the way, he's in Vietnam, but he's back in 2 weeks. How exciting! Especially while Martin's not here, I'll sit and put telly on and I'll still scroll. It's terrible. It's really bad habits, but don't feel annoyed with yourself if you do this, because that's how the algorithm's made. It's made to keep you on there. It's made to keep you hooked. Negative news, everything on there. And I'm coming off TikTok as well. I'm just coming off it. I'm not going to post on there anymore either, because that's just, I really don't like that platform. Sorry if you're a TikTok lover, but there's so much negativity. I last year watched someone die on TikTok just by scrolling. Someone slipped, sorry, trigger warning by the way, slipped off a mountain, and I was like, is this real? And apparently it was in China. That's not normal. We're not meant to see that in our nice normal little lives. So I'm protecting my peace and I'm coming off social media. Also new for this, no, I'm not coming off social media, I'm just not spending time on it, like sat on it, scrolling, doom scrolling. Also for this year for me, one of my intentions was, I've had a really good time to reflect, which this break has been amazing for, and I found that driving to Pure Gym, which was 15-minute drive for me along a ring road, which is constantly busy, was just stressing me out, so I wasn't going. So I've moved gyms. I've moved to a local gym. It's less than a mile away, but if I run the scenic route, I'm running, I jog there, I put my stuff in a backpack, it's 1.5 miles. I did it yesterday, it was absolutely great. And then I can do a gym session. So I've got a swimming pool, so I'm going to go swimming. I'm going to swimming today, I've got that booked in. And it just means I'm going to be more mindful and go more often. It's more expensive, the kit's not as good, which is it's like, doesn't make sense but Pure Gym is cheap and cheerful, and it's just like everything's shucked in there. But it's a local community one, and I just know I'll go more. And I'll probably only go in winter until I up my outdoor running, and then I can do some home weights, and I won't need to go swimming as much. But my lesson from this is look at your life and be reflective of what is bringing you joy and purpose. I know things like what you do for work, sometimes you can't be helped if that's stressing you out, but outside of those hours, what are you doing with your life and your brain? I thought I had everything spot on. Like I said, nutrition's good, training's good, happy, healthy, got really good life, I'm really positive, but something wasn't right and it was bringing me down. So you can change. I've been a coach, it'll be 7 years this year, 7 years I've been doing this, and I'm still learning and evolving, and that's okay. We're not perfect. Progress over perfection always. And even when you think you've got everything right, it's okay to change and do things that are right for you. So, gosh, after that long intro, I hope you enjoyed that little chat. I'm going to get on to today's podcast, which is called The Definitive Guide to Staying Stuck This January. I thought I'd give you a bit of a opposite to what to do in January to reach your goals. Sorry, that's literally me half the time anyway. But January comes and it's like this new year, new me madness. And so many of you will be starting this January going, this is my year, let's go. And then it just all goes to pot. It just all falls to the wayside, and you're just like, why? I'm useless, I can't do this. And you get this self-deprecating thing, and it's like, it's not your fault. There's too much pressure out there. So I'm going to give you the definitive guide to how to stay stuck, right? So basically, you need to listen to all this and do the opposite. All right, you're listening. Grab your cuppa or get your headphones on, go out for a walk, get outside. I don't care that it's freezing, get outside, put some blooming clothes on. I wear about 60 layers in the morning. I'm still walking in at 6:30 in the morning. It is absolutely freezing. Get some layers on, you will be fine. Gloves are essential. So, tip number 1, start with an impossible plan. So if you're starting January and going from couch potato to 6 workouts a week, that's how you're going to stay stuck. So why is this a negative thing, right? So you're like, but Helen, I'm really motivated, so I should be using that motivation to go out and do as much as possible. It just doesn't work. So removing all bad foods overnight, right, that's it. I'm not eating anything. I'm not eating anything that I enjoy ever again. I'm just going all on salads. And expecting to be perfect from day one, right? Starting Monday, you'll have done it yesterday. This goes out on Wednesday. You'll have done it on Monday. Right, got to be perfect this week. And then no plan for bad days, high stress days, life happening. It's literally got to be perfect. So you're like having yogurt, soup, and then vegetables and dust. So if your plan requires to become a completely different woman overnight, you're going to stay stuck. This is guaranteed failure if you do this. Number 2, if you're copying random plans from Instagram, especially influencers, people who have a completely different life, who are paid to look and be a certain way by brands, you're going to stay stuck because it's going to be impossible. If you're going to try every single challenge, detox or rule you see out there, if you're going to jump diet hop from one thing to another and try everything, apple cider vinegar, fasting, keto, Slimming World and the 75 hard, all in one go, you're not going to stick to it. You're going to be stuck. You're going to revert back to where you want, and you're going to feel like a failure. And then forgetting like your hormones and your stress and your schedule are different to people you see online. It's a completely different life. This life people say they have online. By the way, I hope I don't do this because I do try and give a highs and lows. I try and give you everything. But I don't like to also give you the lows whilst I'm experiencing them because that's not healthy either. But I will always tell you if I've had a tough time or something's gone on. So I try and be normal. I actually had a compliment off a girl I spoke to yesterday. I've known her for years, but she was signing up for coaching, and she was like, don't take this the wrong way, Helen, but I just find you really relatable. No one would take that the wrong way, but she was basically saying that I'm quirky and funny and a bit geeky and just come on and just like don't give a damn and just I'm myself. But I've learned that over years. I've learned how to be authentically me. And you probably do look at me and think, oh gosh, but she look at her skin pigmentation, she's got a bit of a double chin, I don't want to be like her or anything like that. Or you maybe look at me and go, because she's so confident in who she is, I want to be like that. But I actually don't care what you think of how I look or who I am. All I care is about my values and that I stick to them, that I'm a good person. Anyway, I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole there. But copying random plans from Instagram are just not going to work. No. It's not going to work. Make it miserable. So if you choose workouts you hate, eat food that you don't enjoy, so stuffing cottage cheese down yourself even though you hate it. I love cottage cheese, by the way, but if you hate it, don't be doing it. Punish yourself for what happened in December. Oh, I was eating so much and I've overdone it, so I must be really strict and rigid with myself. And talk to yourself like a bully. If the process sucks, you'll quit. Staying stuck is guaranteed. If you don't enjoy it, right, there's this fine line, right? It's a sliding scale, so if you're watching this now, I wonder how many people actually watch this, but it's a sliding scale. So if you're at one end of the scale and you absolutely hate everything, you're not going to do it. And if you're over the end of the scale and love everything, well, if you love everything, you'd be doing it already. But if you're loving, there's too much, like if you're letting yourself off too much, you've got to be balanced somewhere in the middle. This is why sometimes it is really good having a coach on your side, because I'll push you into, like, if your current step target is 5,000, I'll be like, come on, let's go. 7,000. Let's do it. Not 15,000 overnight. If you are eating sugar puffs for breakfast, random, instead of saying, right, you now have to start eating kale, I'll be like, well, why don't you just add some sugar to your sugar puffs? Yogurt to your sugar puffs. You know what I mean? There's that in-between bit. You're not going to love it, but you're not going to hate it. Marmite. I'm a Marmite coach. If you're going to wait for motivation to magically appear, I've got a client who, she's been on this podcast and she'll quite happily, if she listens to this, she'll be like, this is me. She messages me all the time. She's like, Helen, I'm not motivated. What do I do? I was like, doesn't matter. You just, action. So if you only take action when you feel inspired, you'll never get anywhere. If you stop the minute motivation dips, you'll also never get anywhere. If you tell yourself motivation is flaky, habits aren't. Motivation is just such a rubbish thing. Like saying that you're not motivated or you wait for motivation, because you will be motivated sometimes, some days, especially if you've had a good night's sleep, you've eaten well, you've had a couple of days off training, you enjoy the session you're about to do, you'll be highly motivated. But if it's going out for that walk at 6:30 in the morning, in the cold and dark, I don't think I'm motivated to do that. It's action, and I've created a habit, and that's the time I go. I could quite easily at the minute, especially for Una, and I was a bit concerned that it was a bit too cold for her, but she's absolutely grand. Considering moving her morning walk to later on, but what would that mean for me? Would I just stay in bed a bit longer, or would I get up and then would I just start working, which is my default mode, by the way? And then I'd be probably a bit more anxious, a bit getting to that like down stage again, where everything's been sucked out of me because I'm on a screen from the moment I wake up. I need that walk as much as she does first thing in that morning to start your day off with something outside that isn't highly stimulative and just like a start to the day, a gentle start to the day. So I was like, actually, even though it's freezing, and it is freezing at that time. We're still going to go. Just need to wrap up more. It's a habit, and I've instilled it now. I would feel if I had to go for a walk now, it's 10:30 in the morning now, and if I was like, right, I have to go after this, I'd be even less. The longer you leave it, the higher the barrier to entry is, and that's where it gets you. So to create the habits, make it non-negotiable, keep it simple. So, number 5, that's going to keep you stuck this January, ignore sleep, stress, and real life. Oh, don't you wish you had a magic wand and you could just not be stressed, you didn't need sleep, and everyone, like, I know a lot of people, it is a bit of a trigger for you to talk about COVID, but do some of you wish we could go back to COVID where you had less responsibilities because you could focus more on you? Everyone did, a lot of people really did not like that time, and it was awful as well. But a lot of people will actually say, well, it was a lot easier to focus on me. A lot of people made a lot of progress with their health, fitness, and nutrition because they didn't have any external factors to focus on. But the truth is, you're not a robot. You have to sleep. Sleep's actually a massive superpower, and especially this time of year. I think January, coming into it, is one of the most challenging times because everyone's like, right, January, new year, new me, let's go. When actually, it's still really dark and cold, and you get like 6 hours of sunlight a day. Is it even that at the minute? And it's so much harder. We are meant to hibernate. We are meant to use these months to rest more. Something I learned when I went away again, and I'll always come back to this. If I'm annoying you, just switch off. You're not the right person for me. Helen loves the story. When I was away, even though it was summer and it was boiling, it was bloody roasting, devil's armpit in Sydney. When I went over 40 degrees some days, it was horrific, really. Shouldn't complain, but wow, too hot. Like, absolutely no thanks. Like, you'd go outside and you'd be like, have I just stepped on the sun? I feel like I'm going to, like, just turn to dust. But I was still sleeping 10 hours a night, easily, because I was busy all day, running around with the kids, runs, kids, everything. It was great. But I was sleeping 10 hours a night, and that's not when it's dark. So I came back and I remembered I need to sleep more. So normally I'll go to bed at 9. Yes, I do go to bed at 9, sleep for 9:30, 10, because if I'm scrolling or, even though I'm not meant to be on my phone before bed, I'd still be scrolling. Since I've got back, I'm going to bed at 8, reading for a bit, and I'm asleep by 8:30, before 9, up at 6. And I feel amazing. Yes, I've only been back a week, but so far, I've not fallen into that trap. I also didn't get jet lag, by the way. I've won it. It's taken me 6-7 years of travelling to Australia, and this is the first time I actually officially didn't get jet lag. So if you need any help with that, message me. There's one key thing I did differently this year that helped hugely. Also, side note, I'm going to start saving up enough money to go business class in future because economy is terrible. Anyway, just thought I'd add that to you. Even though it's ridiculously expensive, I'm going to do something. Something to do with air miles, someone told me about. Watch this space for next time I go, probably in 2 years. Anyway, let's move on. So ignoring sleep, stress in real life, ignoring your kids, your grandkids, ignoring work, ignoring your hormones, perimenopause, your busy schedule. You can't. You can't. These are things that you have to factor into your life. And if you know you've got a busy period or things going on, instead of pushing forward and saying, oh, but I have to do this, I'm a failure if I don't, you have to work out your rhythm around life and work and stress. You also need rest. Rest is productive. I cannot drill this into you enough. If you're not resting, you're not growing. And if you think you can just bulldozer through, has it got you where you want to be in the past? Because I guarantee it hasn't. You're not a robot. Expecting your body to thrive on fumes as well. Oh, I'll just go on an 800 calorie a day diet. What? No, you'll be miserable. You'll have no energy. You'll not want to do anything, and you'll just end up binging. So you're not stuck. You're exhausted. You need to heal the basics first. It's a circle. If you've got no energy, you won't work out, and you won't look after yourself, and you won't eat well, so then you've got no energy, so you won't sleep well. You need to start looking at the basics. So get more sleep, do some movement that makes you feel good, and eat a nutrient-dense diet that gives you energy, but enough fuel to keep you energised and not starved. Number 6, setting vague, floaty goals. I just want to tone up. I just need to be healthier. No structure, no measures, no plan. If you don't set yourself and I'm not saying like lose a stone in 4 weeks or I don't know, 10 stone in 4 weeks, but you need to set yourself realistic parameters. So I'll always speak to my girls when I first do a consultation call and when they fill in their consultation form, which is a 42 question form that my new clients have to fill in, which you think that sounds ridiculous. No, I need to know absolutely everything about their life so I can give a program that suits them, that will get them to where they want to be. There's where you want to be and there's where you need to be. Now, here's some better goals for you, right? Think about where you want to be in 6 months, realistically. Like, it's not going to be a magic. Do you want to have more energy? How do you want to run a 10k? You want to be look in this dress for a size for a wedding, right? That you're going to. So say you're a size 16 now and you want to be size 12. So in a month, let's say you'll have lost 10 centimeters. Let's say you will have done the couch to 5k. You'll have eaten vegetables, 5 portions of vegetables, 6 days a week. Let's be realistic. Let's go 6 days a week because we don't want to set unrealistic goals. Don't they sound more achievable than I want to turn up? Because if you have something actual physical that you can count down to as well and you can aspire to, if you break it down, having something visual really helps people. So setting your calendar out and having something to tick off. My clients at the minute have a January challenge, right? And the January challenge isn't to lose X amount of weight or measure X amount or do this amount. It's to, I'm trying to remember it now because I've set it, 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day. This is achievable, girls. Like, I've already had 3. I had a banana this morning. I had an apple, a banana and a kiwi with my breakfast. I know I'm the fruit and veg machine, but, you know, a tub of soup for lunch, fruit for breakfast, and some veg with your dinner, it soon adds up. An apple as a snack. Come on. You're all adults. I'm not asking for 10 portions, I'm asking for 5. I'm sure Heinz baked beans are a portion as well. Eating protein with 2 meals a day. 2 litres of water. Get outside every day for movement. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. Get outside and then do something for your mental health every day. That made me laugh too much. Read some book. Have a bath. Just do meditation. Take 10 minutes for yourself, peace and quiet, away from everyone. Okay? And that's it. That's the January challenge for my girls. How simple does that sound? And they're all positive things that you can add to your life that are going to give you more energy. You're going to lose weight or body fat if you do these, and you're going to feel better in your own skin. Win, win, win. So if you don't know what success looks like, you'll always feel like you're failing. So if you just go out and be like, all right, I'm going to lose weight, and then you go off to try and do it with calorie deficit. If you don't set parameters, so even when you're starting out, girls, come on, be kind to yourself. You understand this sounds, you're going to say this sounds so basic, but you have to trust me. I've coached hundreds of women, hundreds if not thousands of women, and basic works. You start with basic and then over time, once you nail the basics, it gets better. Week 1, track for 7 days. Don't matter if you're in a deficit, doesn't matter. Just track for 7 days. Have a little calendar, give yourself a gold star every blooming day. Well done me, I've tracked for 7 days. Don't look at Sharon down the road who's like, I've lost 10 pounds on the skinny jabs. Stuff Sharon, right? She can get stuffed. Focus on you. Just you. Because Sharon on the skinny jabs, who's lost 10 pounds, she might be losing her hair. She's probably got chronic diarrhea. And not that I'm against skinny jabs, each to their own. But if you're not doing the work and working on your health, what does skinny mean? It's nothing. Why are we aspiring to be skinny again? We should be aspiring to be strong, healthy, energised, full of life, confidently you. So if you track for 7 days, that's all I'd say when you start, then you'll start to see patterns in your eating. Why are you hungry? When do you overeat? Are you emotionally eating? There's so much more that comes into it than just having a blanket like, right, I'm in a massive deficit, well done me, I've lost 10 pounds. Don't even weigh yourself. Get off the scales. Start focusing on positives instead of negatives. More energy, better skin, feeling more confident, better sleep, being able to run around with the kids or grandkids, keeping up with your dog, less stress. That's all we should aspire for. Who cares what dress size you are, really? Who gives a shit? Okay, I've gone off track again today. You can tell I've been off. I've just got so many words I need to share with everyone. Number 7, be all or nothing. This is the poster advert for most of my clients that come to me. Near enough every single one of my clients who before they work with me are all or nothing. And can I just say, testament to all my girls, every single one of them, I've come back from the Christmas New Year period. They all had a plan before, and I gave them parameters based on what they want to do. I asked them, do you want to track? Do you want to do this? They all had to take Christmas Day off. That's my one rule. Like, get a life. You do not track your Christmas dinner, please, ever, please. And I've come back, and all of them are like, yep. Either they've put on a couple of centimetres, had a few days off, but they're not out of control. None of my girls have come back in January. Some have even lost body fat over the Christmas period, the 2 weeks. And none of them have come back going, oh my God, panic, what do I do? I need to restrict. All of my girls have come back motivated, ready to hit the ground running, because it isn't a diet. What they're doing, they've got lifestyle change, and because I've given them the tools and parameters, so over the festive period they had a plan. They still indulged, they didn't over restrict, but they didn't overindulge either and just give everything up. They still moved, and they still kept some habits, so that when it came to January, they didn't feel like they needed to go on this crash diet and feel panicked. It was just back to the way they were before, and that's what it should be. It should be simple. It should fit into your life. Like, not to brag or anything. This is going to sound a bit braggy, but I lost weight over Christmas and I still indulge. Now, you might be like, well, how have you lost weight? What have you done? One, I didn't track calories because I don't need to anymore. I didn't go in the mindset of tracking calories or losing weight. I was also on holiday, but when I'm on holiday, the amount of exercise I was doing, I was running, swimming every day, running around with the kids, so much exercise. But we eat like fruit and yogurt for breakfast with nuts and seeds, big salads for lunch with protein, and then veg and protein for dinner. Like, I indulged. And Christmas, we ate so much. I had so much cheese on Boxing Day. We also had loads of prawns as well and salad. But I then, straight after Boxing Day, I was like, I need to get back to my normal way of eating because so much cheese made me feel so bloated and sluggish, and I just needed to get back on it. So you might be like, well, Helen, how do you know you lost weight? Because I thought you don't weigh yourself. The one time I weigh myself is when I weigh my suitcase. So before my holiday, I was 72 and some kilograms, and then after, I was 71 from a suitcase. But this isn't for me to say I like it. It's not something to aspire. I understand everyone should normally puts weight on over Christmas and on holidays. It's just the way things worked out with me because I was so active. I'll probably put some of the weight back on now. Now I've come home because it's colder and you need to keep warmer, you need to eat more. But don't think that these times of year it needs to be overindulgent and then January needs to be restriction. It's not about that. It's just learning to have balance throughout your life. And something you do in January should be very similar to what you do in December, apart from, say, a couple of days and a few Christmas must-haves. So if you think now, in the next few weeks, you've had one biscuit and you've blown it, you miss one workout and you've failed, and you need to restart every Monday, you'll be restarting every Monday forever. We need to get out this mindset. That is the mindset that's keeping you stuck. All or nothing thinking creates a lot of nothing. So doing it all on your own, saying nothing to everyone, keeping it a bit of a secret. I do know people that like to, they have some intentions and they want to work for themselves. But if you need help, ask for help. If you don't talk about how you feel, and if you're struggling, that's when you'll give up. Having a friend or someone accountable or a coach will help you along the way. And if you just keep pushing quietly and blame yourself when it's hard, you'll always stay stuck. Isolation keeps you stuck and support moves you forward. Whether that's joining a free online community, getting friends, joining a run club, come and join my Fit Girl Club. I've got an online free forum. Also, if you want to have a coach who's going to back you and your number one cheerleader, who's going to teach you everything you need to know, so this time next year, you're not in the same position, my information's in the show notes. So let's flip the script. What actually works? So start small, and like I said before, stupidly small. Start so small, an extra 1,000 steps a day, getting outside, drinking some water, fruit and veg, protein with every meal. Stop overhauling your life. It doesn't work. Be consistent, not perfect. So have a chart and give yourself little tick things. So it's not about, yes, I've succeeded today because I've been perfect. Instead, you can be like, I hit my fruit and veg,
I didn't drink enough water, but I hit my protein. So what do I need to do tomorrow? I need to focus on drinking more water. You're not a failure for not hitting that yesterday. Think back to previous you. And I say this to my clients a lot. The previous version of you that didn't do any of this, then the new you. Steps forward, not overnight transformation. Choose habits that fit your real life and you're going to be able to stick to. But not, oh gosh, the 75 hard. I've just have this strong thing about it. And it's just, I don't want to do it. And I love working out and I love fitness and I love everything. But it just seems impossible. And I do most of it anyway. No takeaways, no alcohol. I do anyway. I read every day before bed. I work out most days, but working out 7 days a week, and I think it's 2 workouts a day. If you've gone from nothing, that's like going to an athlete. That's like being Usain Bolt or Kelly Holmes overnight, right? It doesn't happen. They've done that their whole lives. Training twice a day is not actually good for most people. You need to be resting. You need to be recuperating. Fuel your body. Don't restrict it. Okay? 80-20 rule, always. I will always repeat this. 80% of your food coming from high quality, nutrient dense, whole foods, high protein, good stuff. You know what it is. It's your fruits, your veggies, your lean protein. It's your dairy products. It's your nuts and seeds and things like that. You know they're good for you, right? 20% stuff you enjoy. You can still add this in. A little bit of chocolate every day. Or if you need to have one biscuit a day, absolutely fine. A Kit Kat a day keeps the doctor away. That's made up, but obviously. If you have to have a cheat meal, and I hate the phrase cheat meal because it feels like you're cheating, but if you need to have let's reframe it, treat meal once a week, do it. Do it. Just be more mindful about it. Still track it, but have a meal that's like a bit high calories or make yourself a homemade pizza. There's nothing wrong with that. Fit these things in. Give yourself a reward at the end of the week, whatever your guilty pleasure is. Have it, but enjoy it. Don't mindlessly eat it or worse, restrict and then end up binging everything and feeling like a failure. Prioritize sleep and stress. Don't prioritize stress, but prioritize stress reduction. Doing something good for your body, mind, and soul. Stepping away from social media, getting a good night's sleep, and I mean good quality sleep. Dark room, cold room. I have to have white noise on. Everything you need. Take some magnesium. Girls, start prioritizing it because you'll feel better for it. Sorry if you're a new mum or you've got anything going in your life that disrupts your sleep. That can't be helped, unfortunately. But where you can, prioritize your sleep. Stress reduction, getting outside, going for a walk, speaking to a friend, having a bath, having some time away from social pressure. Do what makes you less stressed. You can't control if work's really stressful, but you can control the other hours outside of that or what you do in a weekend to manage stress. Drinking loads of wine is not stress relief, girls. It's making it worse. Just FYI. Track your progress you can measure, all right? So tracking things, like I said before, on a calendar, tick sheet, tick, well done, gold star. Go back to primary school. A lot of us love this reward system. I know a lot of my girls love a little pat on the back, well done, words of affirmations. I don't need to buy them extravagant gifts or give them money. I just need to say, well done, you're doing a good job. And for most of them, that's great motivation. Get support and accountability, whether it's a friend, a club, a group, or me. And speak to yourself with kindness. The worst thing you can do is say, I'm a failure, I'm rubbish, I'm useless. The only time you ever fail is when you give up completely. And that is the only time. If you're making steps forward, trying to make yourself a better person for you, not everyone else, this is for you to feel better, to have a better quality of life, be kind to yourself because we all have rubbish days. We all have days where we hate ourselves and we all have days where we think we're useless. But remember, you are amazing. You can only do what you're doing. And as long as you're taking steps to be a better you, that's all you can do. Writing down gratitude every night really helps me with this. Every night before bed, I write 3 things down. You can get the little book, so you can get a notepad, 3 things down that I'm grateful for the day. And it can be anything from as small as I saw a rabbit in the field today, which I'm grateful for, which was actually really nice at 6:30 in the morning. Must have been freezing. Or the sun shone a bit, or it's snowing. Anything. From your loved ones to your pets. Everyone has 3 things a day that they're grateful for. It can be the food in your fridge, a roof over your head. Think simple. And that way, you will make progress. So let's normalise starting again, okay? Results come from boring consistency. I know you don't want it to be boring. Everyone wants it to be fun, bright and shiny, but it's not. It comes from the boring, the dull. and it's consistent, I'm going to ask you to take one small step this week. Stop overhauling. I want you to think of one small thing. I want you to write in the comments, comment on this podcast, message me, and I will support you. And just remember, my doors are open to join my program. I'm currently taking on clients at the minute. We have a call first, so I'll talk you through the progress. Talk you through the process, because people get a bit nervous about this, and I want to set your mind at rest. If you are interested in working with me, you'll book in a call where we'll have a chat, mainly about you. And we'll talk about what your life is like and what you're struggling with, and then where I can help you. Then from there, if I can help you, I will then say, I can help you. I'd love to help you. Can I tell you about my program? I will then talk in depthly about my program and how it suits you and how it'll fit in with your life. And then I'll give you the prices at the end. At the end of that, you are given the opportunity to say, no, I'm not interested, and I will never pester you. Or I need to think about it, which I will go, off you go. Go think about it, let me know. Or you'll say, this is amazing, I need to sign up now, which most people do. I'm not a pushy salesperson. All my girls, and I'll say this to you at the start of the call because I say it to every single person I get in a call with, if at the end of this call you don't want to sign up, I don't want you to be in my coaching. All my girls, my fantastic girls that work with me, are there because they want to be. They get results because they want to be there. I'm not there to put food on your fork. I will tell you how to eat, what to eat. I will change your life if you let me, but I can't be there to force you into it. So there's no point me forcing you into paying me money. Plus, I don't want your money if you're forced into it. I want you to be there. So book a call. You're not wasting my time. Let's have a chat. If I can help you, I can. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. I'd rather just have a chat and see if I can point you in the right direction. I might be able to give you help and support. So that's it. Let's get to work. Remember, one small step. It's Wednesday. You can make a change today. We don't have to overhaul our lives. We don't start again tomorrow. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.